What's going on, Linkin Airsoft? It's Chris from Linkin'sLegion.com, and I have an unboxing video for you guys today. Yeah, I ordered a couple of things. Only one thing is really, the main feature of this video. We're going to go ahead and get right into this, because I just got home from work and I'm ready to eat a muffin, damn it. So the first thing on the top of the box right here is Matrix Tactical battery. We got a LiPo stick. What did I get? I got just 1,000 7.4 volt. This is just a backup battery because I had one of my batteries start to not hold a charge. I'm gonna have to fucking blow that one up apparently. But I find myself getting low on batteries, and it's always good to have spares. So I got those right there. Now this is the meat of the unboxing video. What I got right here, nice and heavy, an AW custom Hi-Capa. Yeah, I got a new pistol. I've been looking around at pistols for a little while now, and I finally decided I like the Novice SSP1. That's what I usually run right now. Never had a Hi-Capa before that was specifically that outside of the Novice guns. So here's an owner's manual. That thing is fucking pretty. Plus, it's just like, if there's anything I like getting, it's pistols. I love getting pistols. Oh, it's already much more lightweight. Holy, that is so comfortable, dude. Look at that flared magwell. This thing is pretty. All right, immediate thing I hate about this, though, are all the stickers. Hopefully they come off easy. There's a Taiwan sticker. There's a warning sticker. But this thing has fluting in the mag, in the pistol grip right here. It's ooh. I don't know all the specs on it. Honestly, I just kind of found one and got it. Here's the mag. No wobble outside of, like, the rail. The rail wobbles a tiny little bit, but it's nothing crazy. Got some black on my hand. Nice, retains. It's a little bit of a reach for my thumb to get the release, but that's not such a big deal. Let's check the drop. That drops nicely. This mag is green gas, but I believe this should fit with my CO2 mags for the SSP, since they're both basically the same gun, essentially. So this is just a green gas mag. I'll usually run that one first and then have the CO2 ones as backup, but I'll see if it fits in my holster. Oh, so close to getting the sticker off without a hitch. There we go. That one came off just fine. So there's just a little bit of white left on this one, a little bit of residue. That comes off pretty easy. That'll just get rubbed off in my hand. I could have gotten the black one, but you're like, man, I haven't had a silver pistol since my 1911. Dude, look at the carving on the trigger. That's going to be so nice. And I mean, these things are meant to look stylish. People deck these things out and they make them their own. So I did kind of want a pistol that wasn't just like, off the product line looking, just like a black standard kind of wimpy looking thing. I really wanted something that looked powerful and intimidating and felt nice. So the features of this gun are a serrated standard length one-piece slide. It's got the serrations in it, so that's obviously going to chop out some of the weight. It's got an adjustable rear sight with the green optic. Front sight with the front post. Sorry, I haven't done really much airsoft lately, so my terms aren't exactly flowing out of my mouth like they used to do. It's just been not the priority in my life. Skeletonized squared off and anodized silver competition style grade trigger. Underbarrel mounting, which is lovely. The bottom of the trigger guard is noted on the site to be designed for finger gloves, making it possible to achieve higher firm grip with the support hand. So that way when your finger's obviously going to be thicker with some bigger gloves on, if they're not going to be like, squeezing to fit on there with that little extra width, it gives you a little extra room. Where's the select fire switch anyway? Let's see. So, all right. So you have safety on one side, I assume. And then I assume that on the right, I'm guessing, is the select fire. So, because when I switch up, it's not ambi safety. That doesn't go up when I flick this up. So I assume that this is probably the select fire switch. It's saying on the site the muzzle velocity should be shooting between 3 and 350 FPS with 0.2s. I'm not going to test that tonight, obviously. I just got out of work. But I will test everything. I'm going to see how easily I can disassemble this. Okay. Didn't need a tool to take off the upper, which is nice. Here's a little view at the internals. I apologize if the quality's not amazing. We are using my streaming webcam, which, by the way, follow me on twitch.tv/AHLincoln. I think I just said /AHLincoln. Trigger's nice and short, too. I'm going to give you guys a little view of that. That's the trigger pull. That's very short. So, and again, I want to feel... Even the magazine really doesn't add that much weight. If anything, the mag's just going to add stability to it. I'm going on way too long, probably going to cut most of this out. So let's go get right ahead to a later date when I film the shooting. Okay, here we are down in the basement today. Again, I apologize for being in the basement with the iffy audio quality. I'll try to clean up as much as I can. I was going to record this outside, but it is a very dank and dismal day. The lighting's not good, it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's cold, it's freezing outside. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and do the shooting test and chrono test and all the fun stuff with the pistol today. Here we are. Everything, I haven't shot it yet. This is, like I said, this is this green gas magazine, but I do have my Novrich SSP-1 CO2 mag, which does fit in the gun. I don't know how well it's going to chamber and work yet, but in order to get it to fit, you have to actually remove the CO2 cover little butt plate, and then it'll slot right in and snap into place. But with that little butt cover, it does not snap in, but it seems to hold steady in there. It doesn't look as good, but it does fit. We'll see if it works. For the shooting test, we're going to be using, and no, I'm not a giant Novrich fanboy, I'm just trying out a lot of his products at the moment to see what I like. I have some Novrich 0.2 gram BBs here for a baseline measurement, and the mag itself, I did miss one of the double stacks right there, but it is a double stack and it holds roughly 25 rounds. I have 24 in it right now because of that one miss, but don't worry about that. And I'm going to be fueling it up with some Elite Force green gas right here. Alright, so one thing I want to note real quick is as I loaded it in, the mag didn't stick all the way. Even though it clicked, it gave me a satisfying click. I still went, I probably have the clip, I'll show it to you right now. As doofy as I look, we're going to go ahead and... Okay. It just kind of fell out of the gun even though I clicked it in. So that firing was just after the magazine hit a concrete floor from about 5 feet up, and it works. It's not leaking. There might be a little bit of like a sizzle sound, but also, yeah, the butt plate doesn't, I don't know if it just did that now from that fall, but the butt plate does not stay on very well. I think the butt plate might have just broke on that fall. As you can see, shooting from about roughly 35 feet away, the grouping is pretty tight considering I wasn't moderating my shots. I kind of spammed just to test the recoil, and it had an extremely manageable recoil. It did not kick very hard at all. Again, this is with green gas, so those are usually a little bit easier to control. We'll see how it works with CO2, but that's a pretty tight grouping considering I was only loosely aiming at the center of the torso, so that's not bad at all. Okay, so it did seem to dump the entire mag with one fill of green gas, and it dumped it pretty fast. That was, I'd say, about 22 or 23 rounds. I didn't particularly make sure it was all double stacked perfectly. I just kind of dumped BBs into it. But that filled pretty fast. Honestly, I was holding it like this, trying to hold the box light, because I don't have a stand for my box light. So I was holding the box light like this, looking at my viewfinder, and holding the gun like this, and just shooting it, dude. It didn't feel like I had any less control over the recoil with the green gas. We'll see how it works with CO2 next. Didn't fill my CO2 all the way, but wow, that is punchy and does not nearly kick as hard as the SSP. I love the SSP, don't get me wrong, but that thing kicks when you shoot it. This was just nothing. It was zero, dude. Okay, so I did want to chrono with the CO2 as well and compare it to the green gas, but unfortunately, I don't know where my Allen key is that fits into the SSP repository. I only have one, and I can never find it when I need it. So I need to just buy a bunch of it. I don't even know what size it is, but it's smaller than my biggest and bigger than my second biggest. So we're just going to chrono with the green gas since that's what I bought the gun with. And then obviously, as most people know, CO2 is usually a bit more powerful, like 30-40% more powerful. So there's no accurate math, but just know when you go, just scale it up a little bit. I'm using my little Ace Tech Chrono. I don't have a stand for it anymore, so I have to hold it. But we're going to go ahead and chrono the 0.2 gram BBs. 319, 312, 313, 310, 306, 305, 310, 303, 305, 302. Alright, so there's your 10 shots right there. Average of 308.9, minimum 302, max 319, again with 0.2 gram BBs. So that's not so bad. Honestly, for a green gas, that's pretty consistent. Obviously, no problem with any CQB fields. So, some final things and things I want to note about this pistol. One, the trigger itself, it has a very, very short trigger pull, as I think I already went over. That's the trigger distance. It's insanely snappy. The comparison between CO2 and green gas was honestly not much of a difference at all in terms of recoil and controllability. The CO2 definitely was snappier and punched harder, and it definitely felt like it was impacting harder, but it didn't recoil as hard as the SSP does. And again, I'm not knocking the SSP, but my only experience in Hi-Capa type guns is the SSP, and I use that primarily, actually entirely, in CO2. So I would more than likely use this gun in CO2, strictly for the fact of I already have 2 CO2 mags, and they tend to last longer than green gas. I don't have to worry about it, so I'll probably keep the green gas mag as a backup, and then run my 2 CO2 mags generally. But so the fun switch for this gun, basically when this switch is up, when this fin is up, that's your semi-auto. I thought it was the other way around. If it's down, that's full auto, and this thing rips in full auto, as you could clearly see. Do I recommend this gun for the price of roughly $170? That's tough, because it's a little higher than I would normally go for a pistol, even of one that's fully automatic, which honestly I probably won't use that much except for scare tactics and like, I'm gonna dash and then just fucking at somebody, you know. If you have $150 and you're going to buy a pistol, I recommend a Gamertag KWC 1911. That's my go-to pistol that I wish I still had, but I destroyed mine. But if you're looking for a basic start for a Hi-Capa build, I don't see why this isn't a bad place to start. Again, I'm not the voice of Hi-Capas. I'm not part of that community. But if you're looking for something that does a lot for cheap and with no modification, snappy trigger, wide flared magwell, fully automatic. It's got some serrations and cutouts to make it nice and lightweight. Yeah, I'd say go for it. Got a fat beaver tail for my hand to fit into. I'm going to remove this orange tip. I like it. So, well, that's really it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the rest of this green gas mag. And if you enjoyed, leave a like. See you guys in the next one. Fuck.